Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Gabby here, and a lot of you have been leaving comments in my last two videos, my Ivy Day video and my Harvard reaction video, about what are my stats, what SAT scores did you have to get into these schools, what extracurriculars did you do. So by very popular request, I am doing my stats and extracurriculars video. So stay tuned because these are the stats that got me into Harvard, Yale, Columbia, Upenn, Brown, Stanford, Georgetown, and Cornell. So stay tuned. Okay, first things first, everyone's most popular comment was asking me about my SAT score. So my SAT score was a 1540. I got an 800 on the math section and a 740 on the reading section. And on the SAT essay, I got 24 out of 24 possible points. I improved my SAT score from a 1450 the first time I took it to a 1540. So that's a 90-point increase. If you want to know how I did it, leave a comment below and I might consider doing an SAT tip tutorial type of video. So leave a comment below if you'd be interested in that. Next stat we can talk about is SAT subject test. I took 3 subject tests: US history, math 2, and Spanish. And in US history I got a 770, in math 2 I got a 780, and in Spanish I got an 800. The next really important stat, at least I think to my application, were AP tests. I took 20 APs in all my high school, and the 4 years of high school, and that's every single AP offered by my school. So I think that was really important in distinguishing me from the other people that were applying. So if I could give you any advice, it's to take as many rigorous classes as you can, especially in the context of your school. That really helps you stand out. So I took 20 AP classes. Freshman year, I was only allowed to take 1, and that was AP World History, and I got a 5. Sophomore year, I took 6, and that was AP English Language, which I got a 4. AP Biology, which I also got a 4. AP Calculus AB, and I got a 5. AP Psychology, and I got a 5. AP Seminar, and I got a 3. And AP Art History, and I got a 5. Then junior year, I also took 6 more APs. AP Calculus BC, and I got a 5. And I also got a 5 in the AP Calculus BC AB subscore. If you're taking the class, you know what this is. I also took AP Physics, and I got a 4. AP English Literature, and I got a 4. AP Research, and I got a 5. AP Spanish, and I got a 5. And AP US History, and I got a 5. So a really important tip to you guys, if you're going to take a lot of APs, score is really important. I passed all of my AP tests, and the majority of them were with 4s and 5s. Now, senior year, I'm actually taking 7 APs. AP Computer Science Principles, AP Statistics, AP US Government, AP Microeconomics, AP Human Geography, AP Chemistry, and AP Environmental Science. So I've always made it really clear to the colleges that I can handle the amount of work you're going to give, because look at the rigorous classes I'm taking as a high schooler. It's basically a college level course because all of my classes are college. Also in the summer, before my senior year, so this past summer, I took 2 dual enrollment classes online. I took business law and I took a survey of world literature, which are advanced dual enrollment classes. They're not just beginning classes. So if you can also do this is really important because, again, it helps you stand out, especially taking classes in the summer. It shows your dedication to your academics. The next stat is GPA. I have a 4.0 unweighted GPA and a 5.458 weighted GPA. So this is a really important tip, and the truth is a lot of people are going to say your stats aren't important, but I have the opposite message. I have to tell you that stats are important. They are not everything, and they are not going to get you into your dream school. That's the truth. But the truth is, if you don't have a certain level of academic rigor, you're not going to get in either. So always strive to show you the college that you are trying your best and you're giving your academics your all. So it's really important for you to care about your GPA, to care about your SAT scores, to tell a story with the classes you take. And I feel like I had a good experience with how is the best way to do this. So if you're interested in seeing a video on how to stand out academically to your dream college, leave a comment below and I'll do the video for you guys. The next, and I would say most important part of your application is your extracurriculars. I have a lot of details that I can go into about what's the best way to show your passions, but that's save it for another video. I quickly learned that it's not good to try to pretend to be something you're not and to be in 50,000 clubs just because you think that's what your school wants to see. No, they want to see your passions exploited in the best way possible to make the most impact in your community. So my extracurriculars were geared toward my passion in mathematics and helping others. So you'll see a trend developing in my extracurriculars of tutoring those that are less fortunate than I am and that may not have the best resources available to them. So my first extracurricular was volunteering with Hope for Miami, and that's an organization that specializes in working with deaf and intellectually disabled youth. My second extracurricular was Teens Against Homelessness, which is where I founded a collection of items such as hygiene items and food items for the homeless, and we collected over 2,500 items for Camila's house. My next extracurricular was I am the president of Mu Alpha Theta, or Math Honor Society, and here's where we tutor the kids in my school that may need more help and are not willing to seek it, about once or twice a week. And I also work 2 jobs, tutoring privately. I'm also a member of National Honor Society, and I was a competitive dancer for 2 years. But I think it's really important in terms of extracurriculars to not try to do everything, but rather to focus your specific passions on what you actually care about, because they could see right through the person that's trying to do everything to impress them. We'll definitely, if you guys are interested, make a video on how to stand out in the extracurricular section, because there is a certain strategy to it. If you just kind of go in blind, you're really not going to get anywhere, because you're not going to be able to show the admissions office what you are and who you care about. So the last extracurricular we can talk about is the awards. There's a section on Common App that lets you put your awards, but they only let you put up to 5. So make sure you pick your main ones. I recommend if you have any national awards, that's the place to put them, because that's the place that they're gonna hold the most impact on the admissions officer. So the 5 I included were that I'm a National AP Scholar, which if you can reach is a really important award to have, because again, that shows the academic rigor that you're going for. You want to show these admissions officers that you can handle the classes that they're going to give in their college. I got the AP Capstone Diploma, which is because my school does the AP Capstone program with AP Research and AP Seminar. I also got the Harvard Book Award, which was given to me by a Harvard alumni and former teacher. I was also an AP Scholar with Distinction, which is right below the National AP Scholar, but I did want to show how I got National AP Scholar in junior year and AP Scholar with Distinction in 10th grade. And finally, I'm a National Hispanic Scholar, so that made me stand out in the context of my peers. So any of these awards are really important for you to put. Now, of course, there's a lot of awards that are more local based, like your school, like I was Junior of the Year, that type of awards. The place for those is in the additional information section. And I know they say only put 5 awards, but I put all the other awards that I got for all the other subjects, like Outstanding AP Physics Student, Outstanding AP Calculus Student. I got all of those, and there wasn't any space for it. So I'm telling you guys that you can put it in the additional information section. Okay, so those were my stats and my extracurriculars, along with the 5 main awards that I put on my Common App section. Now, as you guys saw in my last 2 videos, if you haven't seen them, go check them out. The link is in the description. I did get into Harvard, Yale, Stanford, Columbia, Upenn, Brown, Cornell, and which one am I missing? Georgetown. Obviously amazing schools, and I was so honored to be selected for all of these. If you want to see which one I ended up choosing, I will do a video revealing. But if you want to see ahead of time, you can go check out my Instagram and you can see there what school I selected, because I did already make my decision. And finally, I'm working on a really big video that is basically how to get into your dream school. I've done months and months of researching, watching videos, reading every type of article that exists, and I went through the process directly. So I know the tips that no one is telling you. I know what we can do to get you into your dream school that most people are not going to tell you, because they either want to sugarcoat the truth or they don't really even know what the truth is. I have those facts and I'm willing to share them with you, so make sure you stay tuned if you're interested in seeing how to get into your dream school. That video is coming really soon, so subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and like this video.